guys, Coach Kenny with workout 3.2.2. Couple quick things. Most people are a little bit kyphotic by nature. Kyphotic meaning that their head tends to drift forward and they tend to round in their upper back. Our man Chad here suffers from what they call upper cross syndrome, meaning that he's got a very pronounced version of that. Recently, he's been working a lot to try to fix that. Very specifically, this is something that can help everybody, even if you don't necessarily have kyphotic posture, in the setup for your deadlift. It's this. You're going to release your scalenes and your pecs. You're going to spend a little bit of time working your neck muscles out. One way to do that is to get a friend and have them take their thumb, and right at the base of the shoulder bone, there's a bunch of really nice little nuggets of joy. And what your kyphotic friend is going to do is going to tilt his chin down to where your thumb's at. You're going to put a lot of pressure right there, and then he's going to look away. It tends not to be the most fabulous feeling in the world. After you've done that, you're going to roll your lacrosse ball across your chest, moving with the fibers of the muscles. So we've got to think about anatomy and how muscles work. The boobies work like this, okay? Biceps up and down, pecs like this. You know, strip them down as such. Boom. Not horribly sophisticated, but do me honest about that. Next thing on somebody like Chad, and I offer this to everybody, is we're going to a little drill. I put this up for my buddy Sean Waxman down at Waxman's gym. By the way, great place to pick up a lifting technique. Anyway, one of the things you want to do is get your skull for your kyphotic body against the wall. And as you're doing that, you can see, you can bring the camera in, what you're looking for is the body weight to be on the back of the skull, a line between the shoulder, the hips, and the heels, ensuring that most of the tension is felt in the base of the skull. What's going to happen is you're just going to spend about a minute there. Then you're going to come off the wall, and you're going to notice a little bit of a postural difference. Chad, yeah? Right? And so basically, his chin is in a little bit more of a neutral position. That will help you on your deadlift. So you're not setting up in that office position for deadlift, that rounded, holy cow, I've been working a lot position, versus I'm an athlete position. What are we? We're athletes. Be one, loosen yourself up as such. Moving on to our boy, Matt Chipotle, whatever his nickname is, Rainbow Dash. He just makes every video. Why? Because his form is just dang good, and we always catch him after a workout. We're doing weighted chin-ups. For those of you that can do weighted chin-ups, you're doing 3 by 5. The biggest thing, as always on practice day, we don't want any deterioration of form. So, Matt has made himself a little knotted rope. That's what you're going to do if you can do this. Set the little lasso of love around your hips. Place it as such. Move yourself to the bar. Matt's also very expeditious as he rushes to the bar. One of the as you're setting for this position, same thing. We've been working these pull-ups and chin-ups for a long time, you guys. The biggest thing is integrity of the whole body. So yeah, there's some extra weight on you, but that doesn't mean that we want your legs to flail out like it's some kind of birth party. What we're going to do is keep our legs together, toes pointed, butt on, belly on, shoulders in position, pinky up and around. And anytime that will be ready, boom. So right here, knees tight, toes pointed, and execution. Now, for the advanced athletes, I would love to see some chest to bar weighted pull-ups. That would be awesome because we're working everybody towards the muscle up progression. Last part of the workout, we've got butterfly sit-ups. Now, there's some confusion on what we're qualifying as a rep. Well, today we have Monica. She's like a superstar at Abmat butterfly sit-ups, or I should say butterfly Abmat sit-ups, and she's going to demonstrate a couple. Notice that her feet are together, her knees are out wide, her hands, for the sake of a rep, are going to touch behind her head, come back through, and touch on opposite sides of the shoes. Go ahead and demonstrate it out loud. Boom. Touch on the opposite sides. Okay? No problem. Every rep is a rep, and we know that. If your feet start to play apart, it might mean that a couple areas are tight, most notably your hip flexors. If they start to spread, you should spend a little time stripping those down. One last note, there's always a lot of confusion about this. Where's the Abmat go? Well, put the Leonard Silver base in the spine. Why? Because your spine is shaped more like that than it is this. In other words, lumbar spine on this part, where the letters are. Really simple, keep it simple. Love you guys. 3.2.2. Bam.